Hey everybody, David here. I want to give you a real quick run through before I dig into actual individual posts on the page of some basic things, just a quick overview that apply to every Facebook page out there. This is from a training program that I give and a presentation that I give in a training program that I wrote quite a while back called the Facebook Pyramid. Basically, the Facebook algorithm, that big crazy thing that determines what shows up on pages and what doesn't, is really based on just three factors. The first factor is called affinity, which is how much they like your page and how much like has been shown for a particular post. Edge weight, everything on Facebook is called an edge in their terminology, so that's the weight of the particular edge that you just posted. And recency, how recently it happened. Affinity is your relationship as a user to friends and brands based upon interaction. So the factors of affinity, it only goes one way, just because the service industry likes everything that I do, or I like everything that Kim posts on Facebook. That means that I will see more of the things that Kim posts on Facebook, but it doesn't necessarily mean that she'll see more of what I post. It only goes one way. And different interactions have different values, which is what I'm going to talk about in just a second. Edge weight determines which items will be most relevant to a particular user. So let's say that I am somebody who clicks on a lot of links and reads a lot of articles on Facebook. So I'm going to see more links and more articles posted on Facebook. I very rarely click videos. If you're someone who clicks video, your feed will actually have more videos posted in it than mine will. So other people, they click a lot of pictures. So people who click a lot of pictures, they see more pictures. So basically, we were trying to determine, in regards to your page, which type of content your users like most. Interactions increase edge weight. So the more times that I like, click on, comment, and share on a link, the more often I'm going to see those types of links, or those types of edges, that type of content. Recency. Real simple. Over time, items are less likely to be shown in a newsfeed. That's why we don't still see the first post on Facebook that has 1 million likes. What this equates to on your end is that posting consistency matters. Not necessarily, though, posting more will increase the number of views. Because what happens is your most recent view is going to displace, your most recent post is going to displace the posts before that. So let's say you have a hot post that's really taken off. If you post something, an hour later, it's going to cut the feed out from underneath that post that was hot an hour ago, and now this is the new thing that you're pushing, and the one before it won't get seen by as many people, even though it was hot. And recency can be revived with interaction. This is why, starting about 3 or 4 months ago, you started seeing posts show up out of chronological order on your news feed. Instead of just how recently it was posted, it's now become recency of last interaction, which means that if someone likes or comments or shares on a post that maybe is a couple days old, that can get pushed back up the newsfeed to people who haven't seen it or haven't interacted with it. So the result of this, people get to see what they're most interested in. They get to see major news. For example, let's say there's somebody you went to high school with. You haven't seen anything on their feed, from their feed in a while because you're not really interested in what they put on their feed. Well, when they have a baby and it gets 1,000 likes, or when they get married and it gets 1,000 likes, they're going to eke back onto your news feed because it was major news and it's been given a lot of affinity from other people. And you also get to see what's popular with others. Same as the example I used earlier. The more that somebody likes something, the more likely you are to see more. Facebook algorithm is used to determine what is quality content. Now, as far as the interactions themselves, let's look at exactly what that means. Different types of content encourages different types of interactions. The right content, the right interactions, increase your reach. So how do we do that? This is why it's called the pyramid. There are different weights given to each of these interactions. Liking a post, commenting on a post, sharing a post, and on page means actually leaving the person actually leaving their newsfeed and going to the service industry page on Facebook. The width of the pyramid, down towards the bottom where it's wider, shows the frequency in which it happens. People like things all the time. They comment, share, and go to the Facebook page much less often. But the higher on the pyramid it is, the more impact it has. Liking, just the most basic interaction. Most people will like 10 to 20 things a day. You can have impact with enough likes, but it really takes a lot of likes to have the weight that a share or a page visit would have. And it's really a low threshold. It doesn't take much just to click that like button. You don't even have to read everything that was said. You don't even have to look at the picture and click on it, make it bigger. You just click like and move on. And that's why it doesn't carry as much weight as the other items. Things that you do get likes, basic status updates. All it does is it signifies that they agree with what you said and they had nothing to add. So really, what you're looking for is things that will give them something to add or something that they want to share with others. You get to a comment. A comment requires thought, usually, not always. Can lead to more comments. So that's where you get those comment threads that really take off with people back and forth. And it has a much higher threshold. Someone has to stop and think. They have to click the comment button, wait for the page to load, type something, and hit post. Hopefully it required some thought. So things that get comments are questions, things where you're giving an opinion and want theirs, and giving people the chance to speak on something they want to be heard about. Sharing literally means quality content. It means that this is something that I like and I think others should see, and therefore I'm going to post it on my newsfeed as well. That's the highest endorsement that someone can give on Facebook. It has the potential to go viral. You've seen some things that when they get shared by off of the share. And so on and so forth, so it really gets a chance to spread, and it causes a major increase in reach. This is significant as compared to likes, and I'll give you some examples of that in just a minute. Images, videos, links, those are the ones that are most likely to get shared. Strongly held beliefs that others have as well. Excuse me. And shares have the highest threshold on the feed, meaning that without leaving their newsfeed, that's the highest thing that someone can do to help your page to show an endorsement of your page and the content. It's also the least common to happen. Page visits, we don't really give people a whole lot of reasons to visit the actual service industry page. Probably want to look into that at some point. Give them some content, some value that's only available if they visit the page. It's the least common thing to do. Most people don't leave their newsfeed. Most people see on their newsfeed they don't go visit the pages. That's why it's so valuable. It has the highest threshold because you're asking someone to do something that they don't normally do. And it shows distinct interest. In order to have a page visit, you must offer value. You must give them something that's not already in their feed. And it has the greatest impact on reach. Best example of this, and some not that I would ever do this, but somebody out there can relate to this. If you have an ex and you broke up and you kind of you remain Facebook friends because that's what we do in 2014, and you go to their page because you just wanted to make sure they're all right. What's going to happen is that person will never leave your newsfeed. Maybe one night after a long shift or a night out, you decide to go visit your ex's Facebook feed. Guess what? They are going to show everything they post will show up on your Facebook feed for weeks, and it's not because of Murphy's Law and because it's torturing you. It's because you went and visited their page. That happens so seldom that is seen as the highest level of interest that you could have in a Facebook page. So when you look at it, definitely a lot more value in on page and a lot less in likes. That gives you the basics. Now on the next video I'm going to break into your actual page and show how this relates to the things that you are posting and how you can move from there.